Hi Jeff, welcome to my ITB video review. I hope your day is well and I hope you enjoy this video. As you can see, the world map here is just right behind me since it presents our industry and ITB itself. The content of this video will be the key strategic observations of ITB itself and three seminars, which is Story and Social, The Smart Traveler, and The Future Outlook. Starting off with the key strategic observations, the first one, which I think is one of the most important one, is how every country was showcasing and promoting their products differently. Many countries were doing it in the very old-fashioned way where they had a stall and giving out brochures and CDs to the consumers. However, others were much more innovative, such as Colombia, where they had a room with visuals of their new products. And also Ecuador was another favorite, where they were giving out fresh cocoa to the consumers, which is one of their other main products that they have in the country. Second observation is the high reliance on IT and social media, or in other words, the digitalization of the industry. I think that is a crucial point since nowadays all of us are becoming reliant on the internet and mobile phones and how everything has to become mobile friendly. All of us are making bookings online, purchasing travel and tourism products online. I think that is going to change the industry itself, and it's very important for its development. Last but not least, I think despite the humongous size, the enormous size of ITB, the people itself are the most important. The different backgrounds and the occupation that attended ITB, from students, professors, universities, CAOs, ministers, secretary generals, these people are the core of the industry. And without them, without going to this conference, they are the core and the main reason that will change and develop the global industry of tourism. So I think attending it and meeting all these different people is key to develop the industry itself. Starting off with the first seminar, Story and Social, Audrey and Daniel were talking about how communicating experience and authenticity in the digital world. The key takeaway of this seminar was how storytelling being the most effective way to communicate your product. They talked about how to leverage digital storytelling and better position and differentiate your brand. They claimed that information is highly retained through storytelling. And they came up with this chart where you tell your story, you retain the information, and you make the action. So when people hear stories, not advertisers, they're saying that people are getting bombarded by advertisements, but they retain the information through storytelling, and that's when they start buying your product. And they're giving this advice to all the travel bloggers, tour operators, and they're telling them to be real about their stories because they care about the actual story itself. They want to know what you do and why you do it. And that's when people get affected and actually retain that information and want to act about the product. Moving on to the second seminar, the founder of Travel Massive, Ian, was talking about the smart traveler, and this is also related to the previous seminar where we talked about why enterprises should talk about what they do and why they do it. This is a small attribute of the smart traveler. They talked about how to elevate your brand and how to attract the modern consumer. According to a study by TripAdvisor about the travel trends in 2016, customers nowadays are looking for new experiences, culture, interactions, and activities, and trusted brands. They want to know what you have to have a meaning behind your brand. They want enterprises to be responsible. So many companies have come up and are now targeting these experience seekers. The experience seekers are those modern consumers. So they've come up with examples such as Hit Road India, which we already talked about, a documentary where they donate money to the local charity, and other insurance companies where they donate X amount when you pay insurance, travel insurance while you travel. And it's also about those new consumers who are environmental savvy in their behaviors and are looking for a wow experience, something that's different to what the usual traveler does. Last but not least, the notion of peace through tourism. Aziz Abusara wasn't the first person who comes up with this concept. There has been several studies before that talked about how tourism can promote peace, and I think that this is very important for the development of our industry and for the people to be aware of. Because if people know that, I think it will improve our industry way more. And how does this happen is when people step out of their comfort zones, go to different countries, and actually interact with the locals rather than just being tourists, and break those prejudices between cultures and conflict zones while traveling around. Again, cultural experiences, linking back to the Smart Traveler seminar number 2. So the smart traveler is actually already doing an act of peace, while they are the ones that needs to be targeted. So I think this is very important aspect of our industry, and I think people should be aware of this. And that is the final review. Thank you very much, Jeff. I hope you enjoyed the video.